Hi, I'm Katerina. You're watching Dontaesboxingnation.
Canelo, you a bitch. I'm putting it out there. No, I don't like to disrespect men that step into the ring, but then you fighting Kirtland that hasn't been in the ring since Glenn Tapia. When you have an opportunity to fight Demetrius Andre for the WBO, damn, I thought in the sport of boxing, people want to be a champion.
William on Twitter asks, hey, Canelo, why have you continually refused to fight Demetrius Andrade? Never at 154 or at 160, and he holds a belt. You call him boring, but you smash Billy Joe Saunders, and his style is similar.
No, he's a horrible fighter. I don't never want to fight with him. He fought with anybody. So. He fought with anybody. So.
He fought with anybody. So.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So as you're seeing right there on Brian Custer's show, Canelo Alvarez is starting to finally get asked new media type of questions. Real questions that boxing fans want answers to. Now, the only problem right there is Brian Custer. He could have followed up on that question and he could have easily said, so Canelo, do you believe that Yildirim is a better fighter than Andrade? Do you believe that Caleb Plant is a better fighter than Demetrius Andrade? Hell, do you believe around 40 of the opponents you've already beat were better fighters than Demetrius Andrade? Those are all rhetorical questions. If you guys look right here at Canelo Alvarez's record, you will find out he has fought tons of horrible fighters. So why discriminate on the quote-unquote horrible fighters that you fight? Look right here, guys. Did any of you guys know that Canelo Alvarez had a draw on his record against an opponent that was 3-5? That means 3 wins and 5 losses. But yet you call Demetrius Andrade horrible? We know what time it is. Listen, man, I've always said this. Canelo Alvarez, he actually was making himself look better when he wasn't speaking in English, when he wasn't repeating these race fans' talking points. Because see, these racists on the internet, they could easily make up whatever they want to because they're not going to be held accountable. They remain anonymous on the internet, right? So they can make up whatever they want to make up, right? But Canelo cannot do that for the simple fact that everything he has said for years and years and years has already been recorded. Everything that he has done in the ring has been recorded, which is why I always tell you guys the most dangerous weapon in the world is what? A microphone and a camera. It can work against you or it can work for you. And recently it has really been working against Canelo Alvarez. People keep saying that Canelo, he learned so much from the Floyd Mayweather loss. The only thing he learned was to never fight an undefeated black fighter again. Unless that black fighter is a welterweight moving up in weight, or if all of a sudden that fighter is starting to look flawed. Listen, guys, you can go back and watch my post-fight video when Danny Jacobs fought Derek Yanchenko. I said in that video, after that performance, I would not be surprised if Canelo takes the Danny Jacobs fight. And keep in mind, Danny Jacobs wasn't an undefeated black fighter. He had 2 losses and had been knocked out previously. Just like this man on the screen, Rocky Fielding, had previously been knocked out before Canelo fought him. See, when you guys try to compare Canelo to Floyd, you make him look worse. Because by way of contrast, everyone that Floyd Mayweather fought came off of their biggest win. Almost every single opponent that Canelo Alvarez faced were coming off of their worst performance. From Billy Joe Saunders to Rocky Fielding to Avni Yildirim, he was coming off of a loss. Danny Jacobs, Amir Khan, even Caleb Plant, Caleb Smith. This is why it's so funny that Canelo Alvarez uses the word horrible fighter, because in order to get a fight with Canelo Alvarez, you have to look like a horrible fighter. You can't look like the best fighter or the best possible opponent. You have to look like the worst opponent. You have to put on a horrible performance to get a fight against Canelo Alvarez. That has been proven. And this is the reason why I would not be surprised if Canelo Alvarez takes the Jermall Charlo fight. He would be smart to take it now, because there's a very good possibility that the higher level of danger has expired since Canelo Alvarez has waited so long to fight Charlo. And once again, we've seen Charlo look worse than he's ever looked before. Now, we won't know probably until we see Jermall in the ring again if that was just a bad performance or he is starting to fade. But Canelo would be a fool not to take the fight now before someone else ends up beating Jermall Charlo. Now, I've heard rumors that Jermall Charlo may actually be considering a rematch with Montiel, which would be a good fight actually. But once again, if Canelo Alvarez is smart, he will take that fight before anyone else did. Just like he snatched up the Caleb Plant fight, just like he snatched up the Kovalev fights and the Billy Joe Saunders fights. He would not take no for an answer. Even if these white fighters wanted extra money, he said, whatever you want, I just need you in the ring because you're a guaranteed win, right? Once again, Canelo is constantly contradicting himself. He tells Andre, you want payday. Caleb Plant, Smith, and Kovalev, they all told Canelo Alvarez, I want a big payday. No, you're not offering enough. I want way more than that, Canelo. Canelo, he knew all of these white fighters wanted a big payday, and he gave it to them, right? So it's not about you being a horrible fighter. It's not about you wanting a payday. It's about who you are when you're a horrible fighter and you want a payday. Right now, Canelo Alvarez has a restaurant, and he's refusing to serve undefeated black boxers. So I guess if he was asked, how come you don't service these undefeated black fighters in your restaurant? He would say because they're horrible customers. But right now, the walls are closing in. There's more pressure on Canelo Alvarez, and eventually he may have no choice but to serve those black fighters in his restaurant. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471. And make sure you follow them on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.